Hey guys, come along with me today as I take you on my very first speed build. Please don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you like what you're seeing, and that little notification bell so you never miss a post. Jumping straight into this, I was inspired to do this particular build based on the latest free update for Hispanic Heritage Month. You may recognize the house itself as the Rio Verde lot in Oasis Springs. I loved the shell of the house, and I loved the Oasis Springs neighborhood because it has a lot of Hispanic architecture as well. So the location was perfect and the surroundings were perfect. But of course, in true Sims fashion, the inside was a bit blech, so we had to fix that. So I tried to keep it pretty simple by sticking to just a few basic packs, just for those guys who don't have all of them, so that you could still download the lot without too much modification. So I've mainly used things from Jungle Adventure, as well as the free updates, the recent one of course with Hispanic Heritage Month, and the one that we got a little while ago for Day of the Dead, because of course all of that is appropriate to this particular theme. The one thing I was going through with this particular house, and the one thing I was looking for, was I wanted a house that was, light, airy, but still at the same time practical, functional, and of course with a gorgeous garden for entertaining, because who doesn't want to have a party with our fabulous new little barbecue? There's going to be a little outside seating area, of course a pool, so stick around and we'll have a look at that in a moment. I've tended to keep the rooms pretty much to the same size as they were, because they are all a good size. You can fit plenty of furniture in, but still have enough place for all your Sims to do whatever they need to do. So for me, that was absolutely fine the way that it was. Just changed a couple of bits of wallpaper here and there, mainly on the inside, of course. I've tried to keep with a relatively neutral theme, because the one thing that I do love about the Hispanic furniture is that it's so vibrant, it's beautiful pops of color, so you don't really want to detract from that by having quite vibrant walls. So I've tried to keep it to neutral tones and sort of soft oranges and things like that, and that way we can enjoy the furniture in its own right. I also wanted to keep with a porch that spans near enough the entire property, because it'll afford you these gorgeous panoramic views of this gated neighborhood that you live in. There's a beautiful little fishing lake nearby that you can see out of these tiny little bathroom windows. Aren't they cute? I mean, they are perfect and small enough to afford you privacy from the passing by peeping Toms. Bob with his binoculars that's always bird watching, but also they are open enough to afford you to be one with nature while you're dealing with nature. These little awnings are absolutely gorgeous as well. They came with Jungle Adventure, if I'm not mistaken, and they fit beautifully with the wooden aspects and the neutral colored stucco as well. Now, these particular windows that I've used a lot of, the open windows, I'm hoping that it's not affected too much by the weather, but I'm guessing in normal Sims 4 fashion, like most things, they're just set dressing. Did she go there? Yes, she just did. So I'm guessing that even if it's snowing outside, yes, in the desert, it's not going to make my Sims cold, even though the heating is on. Now, we had to upgrade the master bathroom a little bit as well, just to make sure that there was enough room to put. I like to sort of have a shower and a bath as well. I like to sort of have a full bathroom, so that was the idea over there. Then of course at the moment I'm working on the little family bathroom, and now I'm going to have 2 bedrooms. We're having a look at one kid bedroom, because the family that I'm intending to move into this house, I'm going to do a rags to riches story with them. The minute they're living in the trailer park area, but then they're going to work their way up so that they can afford this house. So I've got a kid's bedroom in tow at the moment, and then of course a guest bedroom / office study, something like that. So this particular room here as well, this is what I tend to do. I tend to kind of add rooms on, and then I'm like, oh gosh, what am I going to do with this room? And then I end up having really random things, like an entire room for a yoga studio. But we'll see what happens. Now with the kitchen, I wanted, this is going to be the hub of the house. There's going to be, lots of sizzles and aromas and smells and beautiful chilies and olive oils and things cooking in this kitchen. So I wanted to make it a very sort of big family area. And then, of course, the bathroom nearby as well, because, you know, if you're on the bottom floor and you want to go along with that, then you're going to need to get to the loo. Another thing that I also love as well that came with Jungle Adventure is this bougainvillea. I think it adds such a pop of colour to the stucco. So I also love that the pergola matches that as well. They're slightly smaller, but it does go along those particular themes as well. And of course you have to do the creeper along the walls. Adds that gorgeous pop of colour against the stucco as well. I tend to be quite sort of, does that look like a wonky cross? I don't know if that works, but you know, we'll go with it. Lots of chandeliers, lots of light. Because I've tended to try and stick with the same packs, I'll use a lot of the same things in the rooms as well. And for me as a builder, I am first and foremost a builder with Sims. I love designing lots, different houses, you know, restaurants, residential lots, various things. I've redone the dorms in university as well. So, you know, it is my thing. And for me, it's also about the detail. I love to add lots of little accents and accessories, you know, even though they are just set dressing essentially. I love to kind of make it feel as if it's actually a livable area, which is why I often love to make things that, you know, do work. I'll only use the sort of move objects cheat if I absolutely need to, because sometimes, you know, you get stuck and you end up creating something that's actually your sim can't get to, or, you know, doesn't quite work. So just adding a few more of those little chandeliers. I actually love this. I use this quite a lot in my normal builds as well, you know, my sort of everyday builds. It's one of my favorite tools to use as well. And I do flick back and forth, you know, with the lighting as well, day to night, just to kind of check illumination, just to make sure rooms aren't too dark. And if they are, you know, we need to sort of sort that out as well. But so far, looking okay. Add a few more outside lights. Back to daytime, start placing and planning the kitchen. I don't know if anybody else does this, but what I tend to do is I'll have in my mind like a particular theme, and I'll go, yeah, okay, I'm going to make this kitchen yellow, and then afterwards I'll be looking at it going, do you know what? That actually doesn't really work. I want to make it orange or something, and I'll sometimes change it 3 or 4 times, and then end up changing all the counters again, and changing the color of the fridge, because I'm like, that doesn't match the counters now. So, you know, I don't know if anybody else does that. Some people seem to just place stuff straight away and just go, yeah, that really works. And for me, I'm so pernickety about how stuff looks, and it has to match. It's one of the things that I actually miss most about Sims 3 is the color swatches, because you can make everything match. Whereas now, you know, like for example, if my curtains in my living room don't match the sofa cushions, it kind of tends to make my OCD play out a little bit, because I'm like, everything must match. So I'm like, orange seems a good color. I do like that burnt orange, but I think I do change it again. You know, I might change it again. I'm not entirely sure if that works. So let's have a look. Love these awnings. Place a bit more of them. Looking through, and then no, that doesn't work. Okay, no, fine. Ignore that. Can't be bothered to kind of redo the room so that doesn't happen. If anybody knows a way around that, leave some points in the comments, because I often find, you know, when you use the sort of ready sized rooms, then that can sometimes happen, and then you kind of have to rework it. So if anybody knows how to place those particular tiles without that happening, if it's a cheat or something, please do let me know in the comments, because I do love to use those, but often end up in that particular situation. Placing a little counter island. Let's have a look. So do I want the cooker there? I don't know if that works. No, put it back. That's fine. Let's see. We need a sink. Yep. Fine. Still happy with the orange. It goes with the terracotta tiles. We can match that. I don't know if the yellow microwave works, but you know what? Whatever. Yep. Put the chairs around there, because the family's going to sit there and have breakfast in the morning. So I do like that. I like that works well. I mean, it's not the best fridge in terms, the fridge and cooker aren't the best in terms of quality for the food that they produce, but, you know, it goes with this particular theme. So, you know, we'll just kind of suck it up for now and see what happens. So, yeah, no, do you know what? I'm going to have to leave the laundry there. I don't like it in the middle of the room. Normally I'd have a separate laundry room, but nah, in this particular case, I don't really have the space for one. So that's cool. We'll put the olive oil on the wall. Sometimes I'm going through the catalogue as well, and I'll be like, oh, yeah, that'll be good. I'll use that in a different room. And then I place it in a random room. And then I'm like, because I can never find it again. Does anybody else actually go through the catalogue as well and go, oh my gosh, I've never seen that before, and it's probably actually been there since the base game. But, you know, I think sometimes as simmers and builders, we tend to stick to the same maybe 100 things, whether it's outfits, hairstyles, particular furniture and accessories. And then sometimes you actually come along a thing and that's actually been there for the last 6 years. And you're like, oh, I didn't know that was there. I often have that. And I'm like, oh. And then I'm like, oh, cool, I must remember where that is. And then, of course, I can never find it again. So let's see, cupboards. Yeah, I think I do like to sort of play with different cupboards as well, because I do use the sort of auto counters off so that I can get different accessories and make it all match. I've just realized my counters don't match. Never mind. We'll fix that in a minute. Yeah, that works. I'm starting to think perhaps I've placed these placed them a bit high. Because I mean, like, what are my Sims? Like 8 foot tall? Gonna need a ladder to get into the cupboard. Although, to be fair, I mean, I'm only 5'2", so I feel your pain, people. I feel your pain. The mirrors in my house, the people that actually lived here before, they're set really, really high. So, to be fair, I have to like stand on my tippy nose to see the one in the bathroom. But, you know, I don't want to knock another nail in the wall, so never mind. We'll leave it where it is. So now I think with the dining room as well, once again, it's going to be a great place for dinner parties. So I like the big table. I like the 8-seater. Just put a nice little tapestry there. Let's see what matches. Yeah, it'll do. It'll do. It's fine. But I'm not sure about the green chairs, to be honest. Bar, not enough space. This makes it a bit tight. It's fine. We'll put that outside for now. Okay, let's see. I'm not feeling these green chairs, I have to be honest. Nope. Whoa. Huge giant plant. Nope. It's like, you know, when you size stuff up as well, it's like it sizes it up sometimes perfectly, and other times it sizes it up like gigantic. And you're like, what am I, at Legoland? No, I don't want it that big. I want in between that. Let's see, what colour? You see, that doesn't match the tapestry now. Oh, my OCD's kicking in. I need to make it match. Come on. But I think the brown chairs work better. Yeah, cool. There's random pots. Yeah, that'll do. Make that chair. Yeah, that'll go with the that'll go with the carpet. Cool. Yeah, that works. Just trying a few other colors. Yeah. No, it's too bland. I'll stick with that darker color. Yeah, these curtains work as well. Oh, it's covering the window. It's fine, covering the windows, but we'll live with that. That works too. I didn't really want to use the sort of curved curtain window that's actually made for that one, because I don't know, the colors didn't really work for me. Those I think look a bit more contemporary, and I think the sort of ochre tones in it go better with the carpet, so I think that works. And I do love the darker woods, like the hardwood floors, so I've done that throughout the house except for the tiles in the kitchen and the bathroom. I think that works well. So now we're going to have to, let's have a look, this family room. Yeah, I think that works. I know I've sort of used these colors as well in the dining room, but I think I do love the sort of orange and the turquoise. I think it works really well. Let's see, place the mirror. Yep, keep that, make that match. That, yep, swatches going through. Cool. Now, definitely, yeah, it's okay for now. Let's see now. We need a TV. Should we size the TV up? No, that's big enough. So I've sort of gone into get my sort of skulls doing the buy debug cheat at the moment, because we had this as a challenge a little while ago with Day of the Dead, and unless you use the buy debug cheat, you can't actually access this. But I've done that because, of course, it's quite, you know, it's themed to essentially Day of the Dead, and I'm going to make this the ofrenda room. So I think, you know, a Hispanic house would have an ofrenda room, especially for Day of the Dead. So I've got little altar here, and, you know, thinking about it, I'm probably going to put that little sugar skull thing in here as well. Yeah, that works. Maybe I'll put a few sugar skulls on the table as well. Yeah, and we'll sort of lay the little papel picados, so that's cool. What colors do I want to use? Let's see. Yeah, that'll do. That'll work. Yeah, this makes me think of, I don't know if any of you have seen that Disney film Coco. Honestly, one of my favorite films. But I've really sort of had a love for Day of the Dead since then. I think it's such a fantastic tradition. And something I was actually reading about these papel picados is that essentially they're made out of tissue paper, and it's meant to be quite light and represent, the element of wind. So that apparently when they blow in the wind, it is a symbol that your ancestors have actually arrived. So I thought, wow, that's really beautiful. I do love that sort of symbology. I think that's really, really great. And I love the sort of vibrant colors as well. So let's see. As I mentioned earlier, I do like a full bathroom. So, you see, like that toilet, where did that come from? Somebody's going to say to me, that's been in it since the base pack. Well, it's ugly either way, so we're not going to use it. That's definitely going to be one for the bin. Let's see. Toilet, yeah. See, like I tend to use this toilet a lot. I think, it works well. The color swatches work, and it looks pretty modern. It looks pretty snazzy. Some of them look like, you'd find them in your grandma's house, which is okay, but it's not quite the look that I'm going for. So let's see. Oh, I'm going to have to use move objects for this, I think, because I like to stick it in the shower. So it's like, yeah, I've got the little shower caddy. So let's just pop that cheat in. And then I do tend to sort of take the cheat off as well, so that I don't inadvertently place something where I shouldn't by having the cheat still on. Let's see, what rug do we want? Let's see, what bath mat. Yeah, that'll work. Cool. So I'm obviously placing a lot of the similar sort of rugs because I'm trying to stick as much as I can to these packs. So, upscale the rubbish bin, put a washing line outside. I mean, to be fair, I always place this washing line outside and never actually use it. I always use the tumble dryer, but I like the look of it. I like to pretend like I'm actually going to hang the washing out. It's there if I want it. Now, this beautiful little outdoor seating area, I've got this little fireplace going. I can just picture it, all the family sitting around, eating the food from the barbecue or having some margaritas, or, juice, because the Sims don't drink. Haha. They have a bar, but they just have juice. But, ultimately, you catch the idea. And you definitely need a pool. We're going to have some pool parties. And let's see, what shape? Oh, there we go. Yeah, barbecue. And as I was saying in my sort of review of the Hispanic pack, this pot I'm actually going to use a lot. I think it's gorgeous. And I think we're going to try and find some pot plants to put in it. See if that works, actually. Yeah, let's get rid of these plants out the way, stick the wall there. Oh, that works, yeah. Cool. Great stuff. Move this. I mean, who did this garden? What the hell, man? Nope. Not for me. Let's see. Yeah, no, that doesn't work. Random. Move the wall over here. Oh, yeah, I've just had an idea. Let's put the pergola here. Let's make like another little area with a seating area in the table. Yep, I think that'll work. Just move these hideous plants. These plants we're going to sort out as well because they just do not fit with the garden theme. They're more English country garden. Yeah. See, I love the bougainvilleas on these as well and how they match the ones on the house. And of course, I've strung up the marigolds from the Day of the Dead pack on there as well because I want this area to say fiesta, to say festival, celebration, family fun time. Got the little bar outside as well. And this little table with the patterns that we got with the Hispanic pack. I do love the turquoise colours. I think it all just blends together really well. Okay. And I'm going to put my little skull ladies. I'm not sure what the official name of these is called, but they're going to be guarding the pergola. So, let's see. I'm going to put a nice... Yeah, that works. Yeah, I'm going to stick with the sparkling pool water, actually. Because I do sometimes use the spring water, but I think, I don't know, it just makes it look a bit mucky. So, pool drain. Once again, I told you I love all the accents. Some lilos. Let's see what colours do we want. Yeah, that'll do. So string up some more papel picado because I want this place to say fiesta. Definitely going to work. Yeah, let's go to town on these. I love them. They add colour. It makes the garden vibrant. My back garden is the envy of all my neighbours. So let's see. Guest bedroom. Yes, that'll do. If I have another kid, because I've only got one kid at the moment, if I have another kid, we'll change the bedroom. But for now, it'll do. Okay. So family bathroom. I'm going to stick with the terracotta floors in there. Brighten up the colour. And I think that works well with the terracotta floors. Yeah, the better than the blue. And I do love, with this particular tile with the turquoise, once again, I do love the turquoise colors. They're so vibrant and allows us to kind of, excellent. Just spotted that in the catalog. We'll place that. Works well. Okay, tapestry over there. Get rid of that one because that wasn't really in keeping with my theme. Make it a dark wood, I think, as well. Yep. Yeah, I think that works. Place this little counter, kitchen cupboard even. Yep. Yep. Those shelves, nah, that's fine. Ignore them. Getting a bit carried away with the shelves and the wall placement, Pamela. Move on. Back to the bathroom. So, yeah. What I do love about this sort of jungle adventure shower is you can actually make the inside of the shower match the wall, the tiles, so that it looks like it's all one. And I do love that sort of little feature, which is great. Yeah, I'm not feeling those vases, but, we'll do it for now. That's fine. So a lot of these items, like those little ornaments as well, you can get in by debug. Because normally you have to, of course, go to Salvador to actually buy them. But, we're going to cheat a little bit just to kind of get on with it, as it were. Get the build done. So, see, these toilets are hideous. No. Yeah, that's better. I need the right kind of yellow gold to match the bath. Yeah, fine. Okay. Place mirrors. This mirror that we actually got from Tiny Living, that is one thing that I have used from a different pack, but you could ultimately place any mirror. For me personally, I felt that one worked really well because it was the right kind of gold. So this is now my ensuite from my main bedroom. Let's see, I'm going to go with a slightly lighter blue. We're going to change the shower panel color. There we go. And as I've said as well, I do tend to like full bathrooms. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the OCD in me. I feel like a half bathroom. I don't know. It just doesn't tick a box for me. This, I'm like, yeah, it has to have a bath, a shower, toilet, and a sink, and then I'm happy. And don't forget the toilet roll holder. Do not miss that out. Otherwise, you're wasting your time and your guests are going to get caught short. And that's not very good hosting. Make sure there's plenty of loo roll. Okay, and that's assuming, of course, during the COVID pandemic that people haven't all panic bought the loo rolls. So, hey, at least in Sims world, we've still got some. Great stuff. The world makes sense again. So let's see. I've used this bed, of course, in the guest room as well, but that's fine. We'll use a different color swatch to make it look a little bit different. It's obviously not the best bed in terms of sleep and comfort, but ultimately it goes with the pack, it goes with the architecture, and I can use a different swatch and just make it look a little bit different. See, I don't know if the pink works, but, I don't know. We'll go back to that in a minute. Yeah. Let's do, the dark wood, I think, because it goes with sort of like the coving, so that works well. Let's see what matches with this bedding. I have to make things match. It's like a thing. I can't help it. I can't live without it. I can't actually, if I go into a lot and stuff doesn't match, I cannot actually move a family in there until stuff looks right. Honestly, it's the bane of my life. I can't help it. So, yeah, nice, colourful. I'm not sure about this pink. I don't know. Don't know if the white works as well. No, let's sort the kids' room first. We'll come back to that. So I don't know if you remember, I think it was like Sims 3. Didn't the clocks used to actually count down and go along with your Sims daytime? Whereas I'm pretty sure in this they are set dressing. How unusual. Stuff doesn't actually work like it used to. But, I used to love that little feature. You used to place the clocks, where now it is just like, this rug is too The Shining. Come and play with us, Danny. No, that freaks me out. That's out. Definitely need a different rug. Yeah, I think the pink works better in the kids' room. This one we're gonna sort of upscale. Let's see. I think I've done exactly the same one as I've done in the main bedroom, but you see that curtain off center. No, fix that. Now the one, we'll place a bougainvillea there to hide the gap for the window that's not in the center. Oh, look, there you go. It's like it's always been that way. Fantastic. I do love wall placement things because they hide a multitude of sins. Now, let's see. I think I'm going to go with my original idea of yoga studio / gym. And, of course, the all-important mirror so she can watch herself while she's doing the downward dog. Absolutely fine. Let's see. Oh, yeah. I often like the idea of the wall climber, but, of course, unless you have, a really big tiered gym wall or something like that, it doesn't really fit. But no, that'll do. And these curtains work well. Yeah, and kind of brings out the red and the yolk. Oh, nope, too many rugs. Let's see. Yeah, let's try and sort of double up this rug because I do quite like this colouring. Let's see, place that there. Yeah, that's fine. I'll live with that. These jars here. I'm going to have to move objects this because it's like 10 foot away from the wall. Better. All right. OCD can relax. Let's see. Yeah, that'll work. And let's just change the swatch. Bring out the pink in the rug. Pink curtains. Is this too much pink? But you can never have too much pink. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think that looks better. Because you can't have too much pink. We don't want a migraine being induced when you walk through the hallway. Going to make this into a little study room, I think. Because I was thinking as well, perhaps the dad or the mum or, could be an archaeologist or something. So let's make them a little place to do that as well. Got a little bookshelf. And place a little archaeology table over there. Once again in the dark wood. This, yes. Ooh, this will go really nice downstairs. Yep. And let's see if we can fit that pot plant in. That particular orange tree came as a free update with the Chinese New Year pack, I think it was. So most people should have that because it was a free update. But it is actually one of the other things that I use quite a lot as well because I just think, it's just such a beautiful little tree. I do love the orange tree. Let's see what we can do with these because I feel like we need a plant. No, the topiary doesn't work. Oh, yeah, that could work. Let's... But it looks a little bit like it needs more leaves. Yeah. Okay, flick that around. See, this is the kind of time that I tend to use the move objects sheet for stuff like that. Stuff that you don't have to interact with, but that looks good. Yeah, lighting works. Brilliant. Those string lights also came with a free update. It was an Asian pack. Sort of like a lot of, I think it was for Diwali or something. But yeah, once again, fantastic for the garden. And they look beautiful. So once again, most people should have access to that if they've done the free update. It was quite a while ago, actually. It was a couple of years ago, I think. But no, brilliant. Let's place some pool lights because we have to be well illuminated when we swim. And this turtle, yeah, that works. Yeah, cool. Switch it off. Okay. Now, these hideous plants we're going to address because what are we doing? Yeah, I think the Monstera looks a lot better, aka Swiss cheese plant. So, yeah, that works much better. Much more junglified, and we need the deep, intense greens. They're sort of like viridians. They look a lot better. Okay, this little aloe vera thing. Yeah, some grass. Bye, bye, bye. Delete. Get rid. Get away. Yeah, place some grass. There's some more monsteras. Yep. Yeah, size that one up a little bit. Make it look a little bit more full. Okay. Yep, that'll work. I'm using a lot of the same things again because I'm trying to stick to the same plants and, so that there's a sort of symmetry to this garden. So we'll kind of make it very kind of jungly. We'll place one of those party bushes there, that we can fertilize. It goes with the colours, so it's just hope the neighbours don't watch what I'm doing. Did she disappear into that bush to relieve her bladder? Of course she didn't. She was just looking for ladybugs. Right, I'm just place that there. I sometimes do this as well when I'm going through the actual catalogue and I'm like, oh yeah, that'll look great in that room, and then I just whip up to another room and just place it. Let's see what we can do with this courtyard. Change this tile. Yeah, put a bit of hieroglyphics down. Bit of engravings. Make this match the footpath. Okay, place a bit more creepers just to make it, look a bit more symmetrical. Yeah, place. Place a light over that. And we look like we're almost there. I'm feeling like we are almost there, guys. Let's have a look. Yeah, let's have a look. Perfect. Let's take a look inside.